Gaming and musical comedy, yeah, buddy!
Hey everybody, and we're back! Or this is another video. One of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to buy some packs just to show you some of the cards. But this year, I also wanted, some of these videos will show you through wild mode or war mode some of these actual things. This is me buying something for free. Those free packs can go up to primal tier, which I thought was amazing. And that's really cool. I think this is where I actually showed this. Yeah, Monster to Primal and Thanksgiving 2019 dish. We got some gobbledygooker stuff coming, so that is something they've already announced and stuff, so that is pretty good. So, yeah, so this is what I did. I wanted to show you some of these little things. You got to set the table, all that stuff, crafting. For Female Nightmare, there's a great Primal Becky Lynch. You can see the Nightmare cards. They kind of look like something out of a Little Shop of Horrors. Primal looks like a lot like the Indiana Jones, that sort of cool stuff. And there's the Vanguard. They look like they're all angels because they got half a wing there. And it's like a Seraph Seth Rollins. Write that in the comments and I'll buy you invisible chickens. All right, so I opened a male Primal pack. I got Kairi Sane, and then I got the Universal Championship 47,000. That is a lot of stats. And then Luke Gallows, Biscuits and Gravy. And then a Primal Samoa Joe, which is fitting because he is the Season 6 ambassador. And that's pretty cool. And you can see in the bottom where the leveling stuff is. And that's also how the advancement stuff, the level breaking as they're calling it, or the fortification process, and I'm going to show you that in a different video that's coming up shortly, and how high these stats go compared to like 0 fortified to up to 3 fortification. So that's good. And here I go, Brock Lesnar, and then we got a Primal Rusev Day. And then we got a Cataclysm Becky Lynch. She's such a nice person. And Devine at the table. The old legendary chair became a table. But anyways, that is what happened in that pack opening. And you can see how these cards... you saw that you could lock them right away from there. And at some point, and I don't know if this is this was hinted or if it is actually in case... or it's coming in the future. I don't know this next thing. But the big thing is anything that you get from like a draft board, you might be able to automatically trade. I think that's kind of what was said. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Primal Hall Payman. I screwed up my name. Shorty G didn't have a picture yet, but there he is. And then I got 2 SummerSlam 19s. And there you go. But remember, I don't get to keep any of these cards. And unlike other years in the past where, you know, there was like 500,000 credits and stuff, I didn't want to do anything like that. So here's the next little thing. This is either a segue or the end of the video. Yeah, buddy!
Gaming and musical comedy, yeah, buddy!
Okay, first off, this was a pack opening. This is, I don't get to keep these. I just have to say this. I do not get to keep these because... you're gonna understand why. But this video is to explain how the Vanguard stuff is gonna work. I'm sorry, not that, how the Vanguard stuff, how the fortification stuff is gonna work, and all this really cool stuff. This is a really awesome video to show you that I know that some people were very skeptical about how this works. All right, you're gonna see me pull 5 Vanguard Aleister Blacks in this pack. All right, it's pretty ridiculous. Like, if only this was a real pack. It's ridiculous. It will take me actually to Vanguard tier once we pro stuff by the end of this whole series. But, and you can see like how this all works. Becky Lynch. I mean, these cards are gorgeous. They look like angels. And we have heard on high, just like the song, right? It's really... it's some really great artwork. Look at that Jamie Priest card, man. That Vanguard, I'm sorry, that Nightmare was so cool. And then we get we also get a couple of other things to show you. Got an Eddie Primal. He look like Indiana Jones Eddie. I mean, I love how that picture looks. Vanguard Aleister Black's gonna save the day, and he's gonna save it again. You're gonna see how it goes from base pro. Then yes, I did not get to keep these 60,000. And here's the cool thing. I don't think I actually bought any packs with that because I sped up all of their stuff because I wanted to show you how with levels played and using the performance center to boost up everything real quick. And I know that a lot of people had questions on, do you need to train and matches played the other cards that you put on top of them? The answer is no. Okay, if you do, you'll see what happens. You won't have to actually really train the fortification level, and you'll see that as this goes in the next video or two. I don't remember exactly because I recorded about an hour's worth of stuff, which was pretty cool. Okay, so anyways, and that's really all that you need to know for that. But you can see how you can lock the cards directly from the pack opening or wherever you get the cards, which is such a cool thing. And like I said, I believe in the future, and I don't know if this is going to be released at launch, and I don't know if it's going to be implemented at all, that you might be able to train some of those cards that you pull from the board right away into a card. So card limit should not be as much of an issue this year. You will still see enhancements that are not Season 6 at some point. Once the game evolves, we won't see any enhancements. But this pack was pretty amazing. And remember, again, I don't get to keep any of the credits, and all that stuff, or these cards. It'll be really funny if one of these cards becomes my freebie when we do this. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, now let's show you how this stuff works. So, and we're back. First off, yes, I wanted to access another slot so that I could make him gather all his stuff. I wanted to show you as many of the things as possible. Anytime you go past the first slot for the games played, the in-ring trainer, it will cost you credits. Okay, but the first one is always free. Now on the bottom part, it's like, yeah, work it out. I'll work it out. Yeah. And if you go out of it and then go back into it, it will show you different things, which is just kind of cool. You can earn different levels in the gym. That does cost credits. Like, think of that as a fusion, but it costs to start it. Underneath, you can see like how there's the 1, 2, and 3. These are where the fortification things are going to show up. I basically am just showing you how this all worked, how to train stuff really, really fast with a lot of money if you had that stuff. So you can see he went up to level 100, and at level 100, just single, he was at 1.3 million, I think, or 1.2 million was and that's just pretty cool. You can see that I made primal tier. I will eventually make it to, what's his tier? Yeah. Vanguard tier. Sorry, spaced out for a second. You can see that he went from you can see almost 1.3 million as just a single. And I'm going to tell you something. When you see the difference between a base pro and then a fortified 1, a fortified 2, and a fortified 3, it's just ridiculous. So you're going to find that certain cards from the tier below, if they are fortified to their max potential, they're going to be even pros of the next level if they're base pros. It looks like that, all right? And you'll see that. That's a really important thing because one of the reasons why they did that is because it's important to feel like you're progressing into the game, all right? This, I know that some people, I've seen people they don't know how to think about this or feel about this. Let's say, and I know in the Gobbledygooker event, it's definitely been hinted that there's going to be lots of chances to get those. And the more that you fortify them, the higher you will take you, okay? And it will it's about also growing in tiers, all right? And that's really what the whole thing is about. And that is something that I think as people discover the season more and more and go through the stuff, I think that instead of having to, get a pro of the level ahead of you, if you get cards that are still in your level, I just love that picture. There's so many Aleister Blacks. And this is where I first combined him. And let me show you how to improve your Season 6 cards. Okay. You train your superstars to earn XP and gain levels. Use your superstar in game modes and events to earn matches. Once you played enough matches, your superstar will gain a permanent stat increase. Yes, they will. Reach max level and matches to complete. Combine the two cards to make a pro. If they max levels of matches, it will be a perfect pro. Pro cards can be fortified to increase their maximum potential even more. That's what's up. You can also see how you can go to the Performance Center, and that's the next video. And boom! So, as we just said, pro cards can be fortified to increase their maximum potential. Use a copy of the same card to unlock a section of the fortified bar. Okay, it's like a juice bar, but not. Okay, just kidding. Use experience to fill the bar and to receive another permanent stat increase. All right, and you don't really see it visually. All right, I just want to show you that we're at 1.3 million for toughness. All right, I chose the original card because that's from the WrestleMania 33 picture. That just looks sick on that. So that's how also I knew which ones I wanted to train at first because that was important. All right, so here we go. We combine him. And wait, is this where I combine them? Or oh yeah, this is where I was gonna say 40, 40, 40, 40, 20 is gone. It says 130 out of 100. I don't know if that was a visual error or whatever, but we'll find that out later, which is good. All right, so here we go. Here's where I combine, and wait until you see how high this goes. Right at first, all right, with level 0, we're at 1.45 toughness million, okay, and it's going to get only more ridiculous from here. You can see how there's the fortify stuff and all that stuff, but first, I don't remember if I fortified it first, but I think, yeah, I trained it first, and I did get rid of some of the other cards that I didn't really think we needed, and let me just tell you, and I'm actually going to show you that you can unlock, see how I unlocked right from the screen some of these old cards, and that's such a wonderful thing that is going to be just easy to do. Okay, it's just you can just unlock and lock. Remember, none of these cards that I have saved for my there's that 23 Roman, and you went up to 43. He's up to 1.53 million. That's a lot, and it's still going to go higher. Wait, oh my gosh, this is like really cool. Okay. Fortification is gonna change this game a lot. All right. It's gonna really reward those that grind. And it will make some people want to spend a lot of money, although it is not necessary. Okay. I foresee any of the cards that you like season 6 cards that you can get from the LP points or whatever, or the maybe the Team Battleground or those sorts of things. Those could be really, really worth it. But I think that the ones from LP is really going to be the best because you can just keep buying them and then eventually get to Fortification 3 and wait until you see how much of a difference it is. I know I keep saying it, but there we are at level 105 Pro, 1.64 million. All right, so for toughness, I'm reading the highest stat. So now the next thing we got to do is we got to fortify, and I'm going to show you how I did it right now. And we're back, and here's where I took one that already had the matches played. It doesn't say it will cause any problems. Look at this, fortified. We were at 1649 for toughness, and now it is unlocked. All right, so now what I need to do is I need to train this card. Okay, and you can see that 1.64. Now it doesn't really show very well. I do put the matches in there at some point, and I can't remember exactly how I did it, but we're at 1.645 million, 1.649 million. And one of the things I do is I leveled him up. I like this way games wise. Now this does not do a whole lot, because it's a pro. That's something that never was the case. That's why I always put my tokens in the proc there because you're not going to see a huge difference. But remember the big number 1.645 1.49 million, all right, or 1.65 million. That is the number to remember as we are at a Pro 0, and now Fortification 1. And you're going to see we're still at, we didn't go up much, like 700, because that's how that works. But, so what we're going to do is we're going to fortify, but actually you can see where I can train him. All right, this is in the, and this bar will fill up. This, see how this looks empty? All right, I'm going to, I forget if I train him right away or if I fortify him again. I don't remember. I know that I didn't, you could combine as well. This is where I trained up one and then fortified it like that way. And I think that boosted me up, that sort of stuff. But, you know, these cards, you can see as Cataclysm cards, you know, they did not train him up the whole way. Okay. Some of those cards that we've got, and it is like the highest tier. Vanguard is the highest tier. So that's to be expected. But, you know, that sort of thing. So now I'm going to fortify the second time. Notice how on a single you cannot fortify him. All right. But if you fortified with a pro, that brings you up 2 levels. All right. So if you're at pro, you'd be fortified 2. If you fortify a pro. All right. I just wanted to show you that. And this is everywhere. But fortify this card to maximize his potential. You're going to see that I do fortify him as he's already trained up. And that will be, or did I train him first? You know, when you record a whole lot of stuff, sometimes you forget about what you did and what you didn't do, and that sort of stuff. So 1.65 went to 1.688, and you can see how that is now a full bar. So it went up 38,000 for the first fortification, all right? Now the second one, you're going to see that I think it already, it will be max fortified because it is trained. It does use that experience. If you can see it now, we are, yes, it was already due. 1.726. So this is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then what I did for the last one, I did not train it up to show you. That's really the only difference. So it does not go up, all right, because it didn't have the stuff. And you can see that it's already halfway through or two-thirds of the way through, whatever. And so I trained this up one last time. And I don't even think this did it enough. I don't remember. No, it did. All right, so 1.766 million. Okay. And when it's in momentum, okay, which I don't even realize in this video, it's over 1.8 million. Okay, over 1.8 million. That's just pretty ridiculous and amazing. So that is how fortification works, and you'll see the how high it does get in another video. So anyways, thank you for watching, and we're back at it again with more season 6 stuff. Yeah, buddy.
Click here to subscribe. Thank you if you already did.